Hi, so this is Mike Addis. Thanks for joining me. It's always a pleasure to bring you these videos. So this video, stay to the end. I'm going to give you a recap. This is on Grant Cardone. I am a Grant Cardone fan, and I recommend that you watch anything that Grant Cardone has out there. He's got a tremendous amount of knowledge and information and data that you can use to benefit yourself. So that's number one. This is not a hate video on Grant Cardone. So Grant, if you're listening to this one, buddy, I'm a big fan from Uncle Grant. However, I do not do things that he does. And there's a reason for not doing it, because I asked myself, well, why don't you do this? So I have good reasons not to do certain things that he does. Can I do what he does? Yeah. Have I done what he does? Absolutely. Can I expand it to $1 billion real estate app program? Easy. Really? Well, then why the hell don't you do it? I'm going to tell you in this video, so stay tuned to the end, and I want comments, because I'm going to put Grant's face on this one. Hopefully you'll get a hold of me so I can, have this chat. So number one, it's an important point, and if I'm misquoting Grant Cardone, you can send me a comment and tell me that you misquoted the guy. Number one, I believe he said in one of his videos, not everyone wants to have employees, or should they manage employees. Number one, I personally do not want to have employees. I learned this about 40 years ago when I was like 22, 23, 45 years ago, oh my goodness. In '79, when I owned an automobile dealership in Modesto, California, I had 42 people working for me. I was a general manager and part owner of that dealership. I didn't have much experience, but I had to manage the people. And what I learned back then is I don't want to do that. So over the years, I've had people that I've been managing. Then the internet came about in the 90s, and I said, wow, I can third party this out. So I have people all over the world that work for me, but they don't. They're not my employees. An employee is someone that you pay payroll tax. So that's number one. I don't want to have 100 employees. He's got like 150 people. I don't know how many he had. So when COVID hits, number two, he said he had to fire people, wholesale firing. People are saying bad stuff. I don't want employees. Why? Because I don't want the responsibility of managing people. I have enough to do managing the people that are third-party sources. They're independents. They're 1099. They're all over the world. I have maybe 50, 100 of these people running warehouses and all kind of stuff, but they don't work for me. So I can get rid of them. That's number two. It's easy for me to get rid of people. Number three, and this is an important thing, like Cardone Capital, I don't know everything about it, but he's raising money, and then he's investing people's money to buy commercial real estate. I don't want partners. I went out there and did that once. I got it like $100,000 in 10 minutes. That means I could get $1 million in an hour. That was like a long time ago. I found out how easy it was to get other people's money. It's not that difficult to do. Why? Because people want to get a higher return. Well, he can do it because he's been around for 30 years. He's built a reputation. He's known. People want to do business with him because he's Grant Cardone. That's the reason why they do business with him. Is it because they're getting a great return on their investment when they invest in his real estate projects? I don't think so. I make way more just doing small projects. Really? Yeah, because he's making 10 or 15%. I don't even think he makes that much. Plus, you got to lock your money in for 10 years, I think. You can check that out. I've read that you got to lock your money in for 10 years. You can't get it out, which is a smart move. Plus, he's charging you fees and everything like that. I don't want to do that stuff. So when you watch his videos, you have to think about it. Say, do I really want to do that? Or do I just want to take the things that the ideas he has? So number four, great ideas. He said, you gotta promote yourself out there. They don't know who you are. You gotta tell your story. I says, wow, no one knows my story. If I told you my story like he tells you his story, I'd be in jail. Huh? Really? Yeah. I go to prison. I can't tell you my story, Grant. Why? Because I've done business with nefarious characters, all kinds. You have no idea. I've been around so much and done so much stuff because I am a few years older than Grant. I look a lot older, but I'm not. But I am older. I can't tell you everything that I've done. I tell you everything that I think that you need to know in order to make money. Because my game is just, how do you start? I think his game is also how do you start, but it's a different type of program. So you have to decide for yourself what you want. I'm more than happy and satisfied to die with $100 million in assets, which I don't own anyway. I give everything away. And I'm not going to go to an office building with 100 people. I've already had 20, 30, 40 people in warehouses and all kinds of stuff. So make no mistake about this. Ask yourself what you want. More than happy, content, sitting here, knocking down 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month net cash and playing with the kids. Do I want a jet all over the world? No. Have I owned jets? Yes. I just buy them and sell them because I trade in assets that are people that want. I bought and sold a used submarine. I bought and sold almost everything that you could possibly think of that's legal. No drugs. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, cars, you name it. I bought and sold it. But I like my style because I want to be home. I want to play with the kids, go to the beach. I'm sure he does the same thing. And I like to keep everything independent, and I'm more than satisfied with the income I'm making. I'm going to make a lot more because I'm making some other moves right now. So think about that before you go forward. Watch Grant Cardone, no doubt about it. The guy's fantastic. But decide whether this is the kind of life that you want, and then you can modify it to really what you're looking for. It's Mike Addis. I'm going to do a recap on this one.
Okay, let's do a recap on this Grant Cardone video that you just watched. It's important. Number one, I like Grant Cardone. I think that he has tremendous information, and you can go through all this stuff. A lot of stuff that he offers is free, and you get great ideas. I've had some super ideas from number one. Number two, you have to decide whether you want to do what he's talking about. Okay, so he's an investor in commercial real estate. I'm an investor in residential. There's reasons, I give all the reasons why residential is better for me. I make more money than if I invested with him. That's the only reason why I don't do deals with REITs or investments like him. Number two. Number three, I want to be able to get in and out of my investments if I decide. If you put your money with him, you got to stay for 10 years. I don't want to do that. Number four, would I fly around the world? No, I don't like to fly. I hate flying. Have I owned jets? Yeah, I bought and sold jets, bought and sold everything. Well, why don't you want to fly around like him? Because I don't want to. I hate flying. I can do everything on the internet. It's so easy not to go somewhere. And number five, people come to me. I don't go to them. That's important. We'll show you a little more about that on the video.
Don't forget to comment. Love comments. Subscription, cool. Comments more important. We'll see you on the next video.